stand up. Gentlemen, remove your caps as the Pledge of Allegiance is being led by Grace United Methodist Preschool, We1, and pre-K classes.
Back at Rochester High School for the starting lineups. First for the number 5, Tippecanoe Valley Lady Vikings. At one guard will be a 5'8 junior, Meredith Royette. The second guard will be a 5'6 sophomore, Addie Miller. At the third guard will be a 5'11 senior, Brenda Kruger. At one forward, a 5'9 junior, Hannah Dunn. And the other forward, 6'2 junior, Ann Seacrest. Tippecanoe Valley coach by Mr. Chris Kindig. For the Rochester Lady Zebras, they are ranked number 1 in this week's Class 2A poll. They're undefeated, 16-0 and 5-0 in the TRC. At one guard will be a 5'3 senior, Alexa Holland. The second guard, 5'5 senior, Becky Malco. Third guard, 5'6 senior, Allie Larkin. Fourth guard, 5'5 sophomore, Morgan Ruff. And in the middle tonight for the Lady Zebras will be 6'2 sophomore, Kennedy Musselman. Rochester coach by Mr. Tony Stasiak. What an electric atmosphere right now, Brad. Electric. The gym holds 23-21, 2,321 people. I'm guessing there's probably close to 2,500 in here.
Standing room only. They brought out the folding chairs along the sides. And you know it's a big game because Muss is rocking back and forth in his seat.
First game all year.
Haven't seen that all year.
The JV game tonight went to Tippecanoe Valley over Rochester, 39-14. Sierra Weathers had 5 for the Lady Zebras. It is unbelievable in here. I haven't seen anything like this since Warsaw in the semi-state last year in the Class 3A semi-state. Tippecanoe Valley has been introduced, and Rochester's finishing up their introductions right now. Again, this game is live on RTC4.com. Our call, their picture.
Fantastic. And I'm guarantee you both teams want to get off to a fast start, and both teams want to stop the other team from doing just that.
But you got to remember, this game cannot be won
in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You're right. And I'm sure both coaches, again, telling their teams just that. We've got to calm down. It's a ball game. They've been through this before. Coach Stasiak alluded to that, and I think Coach Kindig did as well. You know, they've both had that postseason experience last year of playing in front of the large crowds. This is the largest crowd, I'll guarantee you, that either team has played in front of so far this season.
And the neat thing is everybody on this floor tonight experienced that last year in Warsaw.
You're right, yeah, absolutely.
So Rochester will go to our left in their home whites. Tippecanoe Valley will go to our right in their road greens. It'll be Seacrest and Musselman to jump center. Here we go. The one that everybody's been waiting for all year long is underway, and Tippecanoe Valley controls the tip.
Kruger will bring it up across midcourt for the Lady Vikings.
Rochester in a man-to-man defense to start, I think. Goes to Dunn, goes to the basket, runs right around Kennedy Musselman. Fortunately for Rochester, bounces it off her leg and goes out of bounds, and the Valley Vikings will be in a full court press.
Well, the nice thing about that, even though Kennedy may have got beat on the first step by Dunn, she had help behind her.
Rochester breaks the press easily. Malco around the trap, and the three by Holland is knocked out of bounds by Kruger, and it'll stay with Rochester baseline right.
Holland turned around when she got the pass and saw that she was open. She thought it put it up right away. She didn't see Kruger coming in from the side.
Malco, baseline right, looks to get it in. Over the top of the defense to Ruff. Now to X in the corner to Malco. Three to the right baseline. Good. Weak side rebound to Larkin. Kicks it out to Holland. Holland drives it right. Kicks it out to Malco high on the right side. Now middle of the floor. Crossover dribble in the paint. Jumper on the way is no good. Got a foul coming against Tippecanoe Valley. Becky Malco will go to the line to shoot two.
And that's Ann Sechrist picking up the foul. That's her first, team first. Oh, no, they called that on Kruger. I'm sorry.
I think Ann thought it was on her.
Yeah, she did. That was on Dunn, her first.
So Malco the line to shoot two for the Lady Zebras.
That's what I was going by more than anything was Sechrist's reaction.
34 seconds gone in the first quarter. Becky's first one, rattles in. One more coming for the senior.
So already we've seen Malco drive the paint and shoot a three. I think she's feeling more confident after that game at Whitco.
Becky with one more. Rochester strikes first. One more coming for the senior. Becky's second one, good again. 2-0. Kruger will bring it up the floor. She'll work against Holland.
Offense is important, but I think the Lady Zebras win this game on defense.
Jump pass to Dunn, way outside left against Musselman. Now to Kruger between the rings. Kruger drives it left, now pulls it back outside to the volleyball line, picks up her dribble down to Sechrist. And Sechrist with the basketball. Against the double team, gives to Kruger. Outside to Dunn, 15-footer right side is off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound, fault for, and Dunn make that rough. And Kruger is tied up down low. Rochester will get it back on the defensive board.
Great job by Morgan Rupp, the undersized post player for Rochester. She did a great job of boxing out.
Full court press by Tippecanoe Valley. Malco breaks the press. Picks up her dribble. Near side to Ruff. Mo, middle of the floor for Rochester to the volleyball line. High on the right side to Malco. Becky drives, kicks it back outside to Holland, top of the key. X backs it out to the volleyball line and resets for Rochester, up 2-0 with a minute 15 gone in the first quarter.
And that's the Sechrist effect as Malco dribbles in deep into the paint. She's forced to turn around and kick it back out. The 6'2" Ann Sechrist in her face.
Rochester content to run some clock here. Holland high on the right side, gets instructions from Coach Stasiak from the bench. Holland bounce pass to Ruff, wrap around pass to Malco, fakes a three, drives in the paint, shot on the way is no good. Hannah Dunn has picked up a foul, and Malco will go back to the line to shoot two.
And that's Dunn's second. So I think that's something both coaches were weary of, is getting people in foul trouble, and Tippecanoe Valley Coach Kindig is going to have to face that situation first early on here in the first quarter.
How special is this young lady coming in first? First one off the bench is 5'7" freshman Sophie Buzzard. Malco's free throw no good. So back into the game into the game for the first time is Buzzard. Dunn comes out. So I think I like 44 on 42 better than I like 44 on 24.
Yeah, right.
If you all follow me. Second one by Malco on the way. Eyes the second one, no good. Rebound, fault for, loose. Holland comes out of there with it.
Great job by Axel Holland, blocking out down low on the rebound.
Holland fakes a three, step back three, left wing, no good. And the rebound to Tippecanoe Valley. Woo! Kruger runs away from the defense, now crosses the timeline against Holland. Kruger takes the defender left, now backs it out to the volleyball line. Middle of the floor for Tippecanoe Valley, and then Ruff steals the pass. Morgan Ruff splits the defense, foul on the way to the basket by Miller, and it'll be out of bounds to Rochester baseline right.
Miller picks up her first, team third on Tippecanoe Valley. This is not the start that Coach Kindig wanted to see, but yet it's still a 2-0 ball game.
5:55 to play first quarter. Malco looks to get it in. Becky, lob passing to Musselman, jumper in the paint all the way, is good!
And Kenny Musselman gives the first field goal of this ball game.
4-0 Rochester, 4:45, 5:45 to play in the first quarter. Kruger around Holland in the paint, bounce pass outside to Broyette, her jumper in and out. Ball being tipped around, Sechrist for the rebound. She puts it up, foul on the shot, she'll go to the line to shoot two. And she gets up holding her nose.
I think Holland is going to pick that foul up, and she does. That'll be the first against Rochester, first against Holland.
Well, Coach Stasiak said in the pregame, we cannot let Ann control the offensive boards.
And you're right. And I thought Rochester did a really good job of boxing out that time, but the ball just took a funny bounce off the rim. Seacrest is so active, so mobile underneath. She was able to come up with that ball.
And Seacrest on her way to Yorktown State next year. Well, 2 years. Youngstown State, yep.
As she gets Tippecanoe Valley's first points of the ball game.
Special young lady right there, Ann Seacrest.
She's got all the skills. Down low post player.
Absolutely.
She can also take the ball and drive the full length of the floor if she needs to.
Second one is good. Valley in a full court press. 4-2 Rochester. 5:35 to play first quarter. Ruff to Malco. Becky driven to the sideline before it goes out of bounds, gives to Ruff. Over the top of the defense to Holland. Holland back to Malco. Malco drives. Leaner on the way off the glass. No good. Rebound tipped around. Larkin comes out of there with it. Alley pull-up jumper from 5 feet. It's good.
Great job by Kennedy Musselman down low with the box out to keep that ball alive. Larkin comes up with it and hits the little 6-foot baseline jumper.
6-2 Rochester. 5:10 to play first quarter. Kruger jump pass to Broyette. Meredith Broyette over the top of the defense to Miller. Thought about a three. Drives it right. Kicks it outside to Kruger. Kruger between the rings for Tippecanoe Valley. To Buzzard. Sophie Buzzard just inside the three-point line against Musselman. Now right side to Seacrest. She drives. Ann's float on the way is no good, but a foul coming. Is that going to be on X?
That'll be her second if it is.
Yikes.
I think X trying to take the charge down low is going to come up and get called for the blocking foul. And that's not good for Rochester. They need X's ball handling and scoring threat from outside.
And Seacrest back in the free throw line for two for the Lady Vikings. First one on the way for the juniors, no good. She'll have one more, and Maddie Shively is the first one off the bench for Rochester. X will come out for a little bit.
4:51 in this first quarter. Tippecanoe Valley has yet to make a field goal. Rochester, number 2 in the state overall in defensive averaging, only allowing 31 points a game.
Second one is no good again. Shively with the board. And bounce pass to Malco. Malco, left side of the floor, drives it to our left. Now to the baseline. Cut off in the baseline. Pass is tipped away, but right there is Ruff. Gives to Larkin. Alley backs it out to the volleyball line. Resets for Rochester. 4:38 to play first quarter. Rochester up 6-2.
Larkin and Ruff going to be forced into more active duty here now for the Lady Zebras with Holland on the bench.
Malco through the defense, and she is fouled. Wow. They let all that go up top, all that reach in, and when she got past the double team, then they called the foul.
Kruger picks up her first, team fourth.
Tippecanoe Valley will take a timeout. It is a 30. You're listening to high school girls basketball, 92.1 WROI. Four minutes, 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. Tippecanoe Valley has used their first timeout. And after their timeout, it'll be Rochester basketball to bounce baseline left, leading 6-2 here at Rochester High School. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Larkin will look to trigger it in. Both teams now with two young ladies saddled with 2 fouls.
Yeah, Hannah Dunn for the Lady Vikings and Alexa Holland for the Lady Zebras.
Malco gets the inbounds pass from Larkin. Gives him the corner to Ruff. Mo now on the left wing for Rochester. Works to the top of the key. Looks at a three. Passes it up. Bounce pass to Malco. Becky gives him the corner to Holland and make that to Larkin. Allie with a couple of dribbles to her right. Back to the right wing to Malco. At the free throw line to Shively. To Ruff. 3 left wing. No good. Musselman fights for the rebound and grabs it. And kicks it out. She travels. Yep.
Great
but
job.
I like it.
Great fight, though, for Musselman as Rochester has their first turnover of the ball game. She was double teamed down low on the block. Tippecanoe Valley not wanting that pass to come down low to her. And she did a great job of fighting through that double team to get the rebound. She just couldn't find room to get a pass back out front.
4 minutes to play, first quarter. Rochester by 4. Ball goes across the timeline. Stolen by Malco. Becky, right side of the floor. Now will hold up and wait for the offense. She is fouled hard by Broyette. And that is the 15th foul for the Lady Vikings with just a fuzz under 4 to play in the first quarter.
And Broyette picks up her first.
Emma Dahlquist in, Shively to come out.
I think 3 of those 5 team fouls have come against whoever is guarding Malco.
Yeah.
She's doing a great job. We saw her do this against St. Joe last year in their sectional finals.
Lob pass into Ruff on the right corner. Back to Larkin. About a three. Passes it up now. Ruff top of the key. Mo inside the three-point line. Valley in that 2-3 zone. Drives to the left side. Wide open. Malco. Three. Left wing. Left baseline is no good. Rebound fought for. Musselman comes out of there with it. Gives to Ruff. Kicks it out to Larkin. And the Rochester resets. That's a second offensive rebound by Kennedy.
At big board, I think she had the putback shot if she'd have just thought about it.
Malco's jumper no good. Ball loose again. And Valley comes down with it, and Kruger's fouled by Ruff.
Ruff with the frustration foul against Kruger. She was going after that loose ball, couldn't get a hold of it, and in frustration, she kind of run into the back of Kruger.
3:24 to play in the first quarter. Rochester up 6-2. I like it. This is the best game.
I would have liked that rebound by Kennedy a lot more if she'd have gone right back up on the glass with it. She was in traffic. She had a lot of contact against her, but I like the effort.
Kruger across the timeline left. Dribbles in the middle of the floor. Kruger lowers an elbow or lowers a shoulder. No call. Her pull-up jumper from 15 goes.
And that's the first field goal by Tippecanoe Valley in this ball game, and it comes at the 3:08 minute of the first quarter.
Ruff over the top of the defense to Malco. Becky in the paint. Goes down low. Wraparound pass to Dahlquist. Her shot blocked by Sechrist. She saves from going out of bounds and is tipped out of bounds by Kruger. It should stay with Rochester, and it will.
Great job by Sechrist. She timed that just right as Dahlquist let go.
Shiley back in. Musselman will come out. No points, but she's got 2 or 3 big rebounds here in the first quarter.
And defensively, she's done a great job in the paint.
2:55 to play, first quarter. Rochester up 6-4. Not a lot of points, a ton of action. And then Coach Stasiak will look to run some clock here. Both Shively and Dahlquist in the game for Rochester.
And I'm betting to think we're going to see, as Miller picks up her second foul now, as she bumps Ruff coming across top of the key.
Kennedy gets a quick blow and she'll come back.
And I'm guessing we'll probably see Holland here in the second quarter.
Musselman back in. The inbounds pass comes to Malco. She drives, kicks it out to Ruff on the right wing. Ruff top of the key to Larkin. Larkin around the 2-3 zone. Back to Ruff. 3 right wing for the Lady Zebras. No good. Weak side rebound to Shively. Her putback on the way is good.
Great job by Maddie Shively. She not only blocked out with great position for the weak side rebound, but she went up with that left hand strong right in the face of the defense and got the putback bucket.
8-4 Rochester. Kruger outside against Malco. Bounce pass in the corner to Buzzard. Sophie with the basketball against Shively. Dribbles to the baseline to Broyette. Broyette cut off by the defense. Ball tipped out of bounds. Wow. And the ball is last touched by
Tippecanoe Valley.
Sechrist. And Sechrist and Ruff went out of bounds hard, hitting each other. Broyette slow to get up as she's grabbing her mouth. Somebody got her with the right cross. I believe it was 44.
Yeah. Well, that's the 4th turnover for the Lady Vikings here in the first quarter.
Karis Tucker comes into the game. She's had a long season. That poor kid's had some knees injuries, and I think that she's finally back. I'm not sure if she's full strength, but she's back in a Valley uniform.
And she is a defensive specialist for Tippecanoe Valley.
Yeah, remember what she did at Warsaw on X.
Yeah.
Ruff kicks it out to Larkin at the volleyball line.
And she's going to take whoever has the basketball is Tucker.
Ruff around the 2-3 zone to Larkin, left wing. Larkin dribbles top of the key, now to Ruff. Mo looking down low to Kennedy. Kennedy trying to clear space. She gets the ball in the paint, backs her way in, throws up a shot, block, gets it back, puts it back up, it's good!
Great job by Musselman. Not only did she create space for herself offensively for Ruff to get the ball in there, but she didn't give up after Sechrist blocked her first attempt. She went right back after the ball and put it in the hole.
Minute 25. All in the way to the basket.
It's all right. She did the right thing. She got her hands straight up. The body was what they're going to call the contact on, but that's a great job by Musselman.
Kruger was fouled by Kennedy, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. With a minute 20 to play in the first quarter, Lady Zebras up 10-4. And rumor has it, one of these officials are a fill-in, and he's a JV guy. How would you like to be welcome to the varsity?
Yeah, no kidding. In this
atmosphere.
Kind of game, yeah.
I don't know which one it is, but...
Well, I'm guessing throughout this game, you might be able to figure it out sooner or later.
Yeah. Kruger hits 1 of 2. It's 10-5 Rochester, minute 20 to play in the first quarter. And when we come back after the first quarter timeout, Brad, let's go over the foul situations. We got a minute 15 to play.
And all of this with Rochester's leading scorer on the bench in foul trouble.
Ruff, high on the right side to Larkin. Allie against the 2-3 zone over the top to Ruff. Mo thought about a three, drives it in the paint, goes to the basket. Jumper on the way, Seacrest picks up a foul. Ruff will go to the line to shoot 2.
And now every single one of the Valley starters has at least 1 foul, and that's number 7 on Tippecanoe Valley.
So Rochester will shoot free throws from here on out with just a fuzz under a minute to play in the first quarter. 2 free throws coming for sophomore Morgan Ruff. Rochester up by 5. Mo eyes the first one, lets it fly. Good.
And all of these trips, all of these fouls are coming because Morgan and Malco are driving the paint. They're creating the offense.
Mo with one more, looking to push this lead to 7. She does so. 12-5, Rochester, 59.6 to play in the first quarter. Tucker will bring it up the floor, works against Ruff. Crossover dribble through the center circle, takes her to the left side. Almost lost the dribble. Outside now to Kruger. Kruger backs her way out to the center circle, now to Buzzard. Down low to Tucker, and she is fouled on the shot by Ruff. And
Ruff
let me Mo's second.
That's Ruff's second. So both coaches now in a little quandary as their starters are starting to pick up multiple fouls.
Well, here's the thing that Coach Kindig told me in the pregame.
Yeah.
They're thin. We get them in foul trouble. I think our bench is better.
I think Valley's bench is deeper than ours. That's my opinion.
That's exactly what Coach Kindig said.
Yeah.
Karis Tucker hits the first one. X comes back into the game, and Ruff will sit down with 2 fouls. It's 46.4 to play in the first quarter. Rochester up 12-6. Karis Tucker, the 5'3 senior, at the line for one more for the Lady Vikings. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Second on the way, good again. 12-7. Malco on the run across the timeline right with 42. Works to the middle of the floor with 39. Now left wing, bounce pass to Larkin, top of the key with 38. Now to X, backs it out to the volleyball line with 32. Around the defense with 31. Now Larkin has it in the center circle, works to the right, hands off to X with 27. Holland with the basketball with 25. Wrap around pass to Malco with 22. Becky to left wing, crossover dribble, middle of the floor with 20. Picks up her dribble, gives to Holland with 17. X with the basketball, high on the left side with 14. Gives to Malco with 12. Becky, jump stop, kicks it out to Holland with 10. Holland around the defense, high on the right side with 6. Gives to Malco with 5. Becky drives with 4. Becky throws up a shot with 1. It is no good at the buzzer. After 1, Rochester leads 12-7. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI.
Valley's actually had more trips to the free throw line in that first quarter than we did. They were 5 of 8 from the line. We were 4 of 6.
Somebody turned the air on.
Yeah.
I was smoking hot
Feels
a little
good.
bit ago.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still smoking hot.
Right, yeah. I was thinking that. I just couldn't get it out.
I know you were drinking.
Yeah.
I just figured I'd fill in the blanks for you.
Sure. Well, right now, Musselman leads all scorers with 4.
Yeah, I like it. I'm more impressed with the rebounds right now.
She's had a hell of a game, yeah.
Yeah. Going to the second quarter here at Rochester High School, the Lady Zebras own a 5-point lead at 12-7. Yeah, there's not been a lot of points scored in that first quarter, but there was a ton of action.
Yeah, there was 5 of Tippecanoe Valley's 7 points have come from the free throw line. They've only got the 1 field goal by Kruger in this first quarter. Rochester, great job by their post player, Kenny Musselman. She leads all scorers right now with 4 points, but a tremendous job working against Seacrest and getting rebounds down low.
Talk to me about fouls, Red.
Fouls, Alexa Holland with 2, Morgan Ruff with 2 for the Lady Zebras.
Royette for 3, no good. Saved from going out of bounds. Nope. Sylvie Buzzer just about saved it. Couldn't do that. Foot on the line. It'll go back to Rochester.
For the Lady Vikings, Addie Miller with 2, Hannah Dunn with 2, and the other 3 starters all with 1.
10 seconds gone. Second quarter. Rochester by 5. Lady Zebras of the basketball going to our left. Larkin to the basketball. Back to Malco, top of the key. Right side to Holland. X against Valley's 2-3 zone to Malco. Splits the top of the zone. Loses the handle. Kicks it out to Larkin. 3 left wing. Good!
That's the first 3-pointer for Rochester in this ball game. They've shot a bunch of them in that first quarter. Larkin gets the first one to fall.
15-7. Buzzard at the left elbow. Dribbles around the defense, out to Tucker. Tucker feeds down low to Sechrist. Sechrist against Musselman. Leaner on the way is good.
Great under for Sechrist to get it to go.
15-9. Rochester on top by 6. 7:10 to play first half. Shively at the free throw line. Jumper is short. Draws nothing but air. And it'll go back to Tippecanoe Valley. I like the idea. I don't think that's the shot Coach Stasiak wanted.
Well, you got to like those open shots from the free throw line. You got to be able to knock them down. Maddie maybe just not quite sure of herself from that range.
Broyette, left wing, feeds down low to Sechrist, and around Kennedy. Good again. Boy, that's easy pickings right now for Tippecanoe Valley.
And boy, you don't want that to start to explode. And Coach Stasiak's going to get a quick timeout.
15-11 Rochester. 32nd timeout by the Lady Zebras. You're listening to Rochester Basketball, 92.1 WROI.
Sechrist is 68% in the paint, and you sure as heck don't want her to get started down there. You want to force them back out, like I said earlier. You want to force them back out front.
Yep, I agree. 6:45 to play in the first half. Rochester leads now by 4 at 15-11. And Kennedy comes out of the game. Dahlquist comes in.
And Sechrist shooting 68%
How many
on the
points does she have
season.
now?
She's got 6.
I was going to say.
But she's got the last 2 field goals for the Lady Vikings from within 3 feet of the basket. And the Lady Zebras don't want to see her.
What am I looking at, Brad?
Explode.
Am I looking at a 1-2-2?
You're looking like at a box and 1, and Tucker chasing the basketball. Not really assigned to an individual, just the basketball.
Malco around Tucker. Hands it off to Holland. Now in the center circle for Rochester. Crossover dribble works to the left side. Holland picks up the basketball, gives to Malco. Becky drives, down low to Ruff. Ruff shot blocked. Dahlquist put back. Good, and foul!
Great job by Emma Dahlquist to follow Ruff, grab the ball and put it back. And that foul is going to come against Kruger, and that's her second.
6:13 to play in the first half. Rochester's lead back to 6. And Emma Dahlquist at the line for one freebie to try to complete the three-point play the old-fashioned way.
And this was one of the X factors of this basketball game was Rochester's bench.
Free throw is no good, and the rebound to Sechrist. And clears to Tucker.
Sechrist, the TRC's leading rebounder, averaging 8 a game.
I'm guessing she's TRC's leading everything about.
Just about.
Kruger step back behind the three-point line. Now left side to Tucker. Goes to the basket, blocked by Larkin. But we're going to have a foul on Allie, I believe, as he fouled Terrace Tucker on the shot. And she'll go to line to shoot 2, Will Tucker, the 5'3 senior.
Larkin picks up her first, team 6th on Rochester. And Tucker, again, to the free throw line. She's already hit 2. And that's what makes Tucker so dangerous, as she has a lot of confidence in putting that ball on the floor and driving into the paint. Kind of like Becky Malco. She's going to take that ball down low and get the shot up or call the foul.
Knee looks healthy to me.
Yeah.
Second one by Tucker. No good. Sechrist under the board. And backs her way in. Throws up a shot over Dahlquist. It goes.
Sechrist now with 6 points here in the second quarter. She's got 8 overall.
Rochester lead down to 3.
She's averaging almost 18 points a game as Sechrist.
I'm calling it a 1-2-2. Zone defense.
I'll agree with that.
Malco splits the top, goes to the basket, pull-up jumper, no good, partially blocked. Buzzard comes out of there with it. Sophie pushes for the Lady Vikings. Rochester by 3. Sophie right wing.
I like the effort by Malco. She's got to take a better shot when she gets there, though.
Outside to Kruger. Kruger then backs it out and resets for Tippecanoe Valley to the volleyball line with 5:25 to play in the first half. Rochester up by 3 at 17-14. Buzzard on the right wing. Gives to Kruger at the free throw line. Back to Buzzard. 3 right side for the Lady Vikings. Good, and we're tied.
Tippecanoe Valley, their bench is as good as their starters in some occasion as they come in and drag the 3.
Holland left wing around the defense. Steps back. Goes to the middle of the floor for Rochester. Bounce pass to Malco high on the right side. Becky back to Holland. X with the basketball as Musselman will come in the next opportunity for Rochester.
First tie of the ball game since it was 0-0.
Yep. 17-17, 4:45 to play in the first half. Valley in a 1-2-2 zone. Holland in the corner to Malco. Becky dribbles away from trouble, bounce pass to Holland. She drives it right. dribbles away from trouble, backs it out to the volleyball line, middle of the floor, high on the right side to Larkin. Allie now near the timeline as she gets instructions from Coach Stasiak. Works to the near side to Malco. Becky loses the handle. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by Dahlquist. Emmett goes to the basket. Jumper over Sechrist is no good, and the rebound to Valley. Kruger ahead to Broyette. Broyette, jumper on the way is no good. We're going to have a foul, or I'm sorry, a travel. I think that Malco got away with the foul.
Well,
Musselman comes in. Dahlquist will sit down.
I like the call. I thought she traveled. There was contact there, but I thought the travel came first.
4:08 to play in the first half. We're tied at 17. Rochester the basketball again. Valley still in that 1-2-2 zone. Malco bounce pass to Larkin. Allie in the left wing will dribble to the top of the key. Middle of the floor, now in the center circle.
Saved the 1 3-pointer by Larkin. All of Rochester's offenses come from the paint. Oh, and a travel against Holland.
That was a great idea because the ball got to Holland in the corner. Sechrist had to come out, which left Kennedy wide open underneath.
Right, and Holland had to go up. It was a high pass. She had to go up to save it, I think, from going over her head out of bounds, and she couldn't keep both feet planted.
So Kruger with it, just inside the arc left wing. Kruger holds. Top of the key to Buzzard. Left side to Kruger. 3:35 to play. First half, we're tied at 17. Now to Buzzard, who just hit a three a moments ago. She'll fire another one from the right side. No good. Offensive rebound to Kruger. She runs over Malco. We're going to have a block on Becky.
Wow. And that's Malco's first foul, team 7th. And so Kruger will go to the line to shoot free throws for Tippecanoe Valley. But that's the hustle that Tippecanoe Valley has. I mean, we talk about Sechrist being the leading rebounder in the TRC, averaging over 8 a game, and yet it's the hustle from the rest of her teammates that make that possible, because when you block out Sechrist, you got 4 other girls to worry about crashing the board.
Kruger's free throw is good. She'll have one more. Valley's first lead. 3:24 to play in the first half. They lead 18-17. And coming back in is Addie Miller, the 5'6" sophomore for the Lady Vikings, and she'll replace Broyette. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. We have seen a dandy thus far.
It has been a great game. Rochester's led the entire game until this moment when Valley they tied it up on a Buzzard three-pointer shortly a little while ago, and that free throw by Kruger gave them the first lead.
And then she missed the second one. Musselman to the rebound, gives to Larkin. Right corner to Malco. Becky drives in the paint. Cross-court pass to Holland. Holland in the left wing behind the three-point line. Top of the key now to Larkin. Allie dribbles against the 1-2-2 zone, high on the right side to Malco. Bounce pass to Ruff at the elbow. Out to Larkin to Holland. Fakes the three. Now we'll fire the three. It's in and out, no good. And the rebound to Dunn.
And quickly,
make that to Miller.
Quickly, Valley's up the floor. They don't waste any time on getting down into transition.
Miller for three is no good. Musselman to the rebound, gives to Malco. Becky runs right side of the floor, hesitates. Pull up 15-footer right wing is off the mark, no good. Sechrist with the rebound and rips and runs for Tippecanoe Valley. She loses the handle, but right there's Kruger to pick it up. Valley basketball. Boy, Kruger got away with the travel there.
Yeah.
Now Tucker. Back to Kruger on the right wing.
There are so many things about this Tippecanoe Valley team that they do well that makes them dangerous.
Tucker to the basket, no good. Musselman to the rebound. Wow, I saw air under Kennedy's shoes. What do you know? Larkin to the board, 2:20 to play first half. Valley by 1 at 18-17. Ruff at the free throw line. Down low to Musselman. Her layup is good.
Musselman now with 6. A great look by Morgan Ruff. She drew Ann Sechrist up to play defense against her, and she found Musselman down low.
Rochester back by 1 at 19-18. Buzzard in the right corner. Back to Kruger. Sends left wing to Miller. Fakes a three. Good job of defense getting there before the shot. Now to Kruger left on the right wing behind the arc. Couple of dribbles, steps back behind the three-point line. Now to Buzzard, back to Kruger on the right wing, sends left side to Tucker. Tucker drives, goes to the back, and jumper is no good. Musselman's going to pick up another foul, and Tucker will go to the line to shoot 2.
And that'll be 2 on Musselman. And boy, those are coming because Tucker is so quick with the basketball. As soon as she gets it, she's already made up her mind. She's going to drive the lane. And Larkin too slow.
So Karis Tucker at the line to shoot 2 for the Lady Vikings. Rochester by 1. Tucker's first one is good, and we're tied at 19. Emma Dahlquist back into the game, and Musselman will come out. I like it. She has played a hell of a first half. I like it.
Great effort.
One more coming for Tucker. We're tied at 19 with a minute 50 to play in the second quarter. Second one by Tucker is good again. 2019 Tippecanoe Valley. They've led twice in this game. 17.
At some point in this game, Coach Stasiak's going to have to roll the dice with not only Holland, but also with Musselman.
Holland in the right corner, drives around the defense, backs it out behind the three-point line on the right side. And now to the volleyball line as Tucker chases her to the timeline. Now to Malco, now to Ruff. Outside to Larkin, three, left wing, no good. And the rebound fought for. And Miller comes out of there with it to Tucker. Valley runs up by 1. Tucker now top of the key to Kruger with 1:20 to play. In the first half, the Vikings lead by 1.
And again, the Tippecanoe Valley Vikings have done a great job defensively shutting out Alexa Holland.
Jump pass to Miller. Man got the buzzard. Now to Kruger. Kruger on the right elbow. Sends left side to Tucker. She'll fire from the left elbow. It's good.
Whoever's responsibility to guard Tucker has got to do a much better job.
Valley now by 3. Biggest lead of the game for Tippecanoe Valley. 50 seconds to play in the first half. Ruff down low to Dahlquist. Emma, shot blocked by Sechrist. And gets the rebound and runs. Ahead to Tucker. Tucker, right-handed layup on the way is good.
And Karis Tucker has 7 points in this quarter, 9 for the ball game. And right now, she's the Achilles heel for Lady Zebras.
Ruff in the paint, outside to Malco, 3, right wing, no good. And the rebound is
They got to get
Sechrist.
Musselman back in the game.
Kruger runs with 20 seconds.
Right now, the Lady Zebras are playing 4-on-5. They don't have a middle presence. They've got to get Musselman on the game. He's going to have to roll the dice here.
Well, we're about
15
done.
seconds.
Yeah.
We're about to half.
Valley up 24-19. Kruger in the corner to Buzzard with 8. Buzzard on the right wing with 7. I'm not sure she knows how much time with 4. Drives to the baseline with 3. Around the defense, wraparound layup is blocked by Larkin. No, we're going to have a foul on Allie Larkin with 0.7 seconds to play
Well, and I
in the
agree,
first half.
I agree with that call. There should have been a foul there, but was kind of hoping against hope that maybe they were going to let it run out to halftime.
So going to the line is Sophie Buzzard. I didn't think she stayed in bounds, but she must have tiptoed that in line.
And right now, the Lady Zebras they're really struggling in foul trouble.
So back into the game is Musselman as Dahlquist runs out, and I believe she is discarding supper in the trash can.
Well, she looks like she's been ready to lose her supper about all night.
So Buzzard for 2 free throws. First one for the freshman is good. And the Vikings lead by 6, the biggest lead of the game. One more coming for the freshman, Sophie Buzzard.
Well, Rochester did a great job for 1 3/4 quarters. They kind of let it get away from them here in the last
Free
couple
throws
of minutes.
good, 0.7. Malco to Holland. Jumper to Buzzard's no good. At halftime, the Lady Vikings lead 26-19. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI.
You don't want this?
The 40th anniversary of the season, in which the team was a perfect 17-0 in the regular season, won the RHS GB sectional and regional titles, and finished their season as center state finalists in the RHS GB's first girls state basketball tournament, which was conducted under a single-class format. The following were the members of the 1975-76 team. Rochester High School Hall of Fame inductee, Susie Baird. Dawn Catholic. James Good. Chris Shaw. Malaya Chicken. Carla Ladd. Becky Mahoney. Rochester High School Hall of Fame inductee and 1977 Indiana All-Star, Laura Newcomb. Rochester High School Hall of Fame inductee and 1976 Indiana All-Star, Shelly Buell. Sarah Sweet. Robin Wardrobe. Head coach, Betty Clark. And assistant coach, Jerry Long. endorsing the direction the Rochester team to follow. And we are happy to announce tonight that we will commemorate the importance of this squad to Rochester sports history by adding a display honoring their team to the athletic hallway on Monday. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause, please, for the 1975-76.
Yeah.
Team, fantastic for
23 and 1. It was their
Yeah, they made it all the way to
21.
semi-state back in the single-class format.
So Rochester starts the second half of the basketball. Holland gets it in for Malco. And Valley will start with that same defense they finished the first half with, that 1-2-2 zone. Ruff at the free throw line. Over the top, pass is tipped. Ball falls for. Sechrist comes out of there with it. Turnover Rochester. Valley runs to our left. Sechrist jump pass in the corner to Miller. Her jumper no good. Kennedy keeps the ball alive, and Larkin comes out of there with the board.
Well, Rochester escaped a big three-point attempt there.
Pushed the game to 10. Malco, 10-footer, foul on the shot by Broyette. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And Broyette now has 2.
Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman.
Becky Malco made it to the line a couple of times early in that first quarter, making 2 of the 4, but she hasn't contributed anything since then.
So Becky Malco at the line to shoot 2 for the Lady Zebras. Looking to cut into this 7-point lead. It's on the way, and it's good for the senior. She'll have 1 more. Rochester's biggest lead was, 4, 5, maybe 7. 7. Yep.
So both teams have led by 7.
Yep. Malco with 1 more. Looking to cut the Valley lead to 5. She eyes the second one, lets it fly, and it's good again as it hangs on the front of the rim and falls through. Kruger will come back into the next opportunity. Rochester full court press. Tucker, good heavens. Kennedy swings and misses. Dunn down low to Sechrist. Her layup is no good. Offensive rebound to Dunn. Putback is on the way, is good.
And that's one of the things that Rochester can't allow to happen, those second chance opportunities by Valley.
28-21, Tippecanoe Valley. Ruff at the free throw line. Mo dribble to her left. Now in the paint. Goes to the basket. Cut off by the defense. Out to Malco. Left side to Larkin.
You got to put that shot up.
Larkin left side to Holland. Behind the arc on the left wing. Exes the basketball. Top to Larkin between the rings. Now right wing to Ruff. To a cutting Larkin. Outside to Holland. Fakes a 3. Drives it left. Leaner on the way. Is good.
And Holland gets on the board. That's her first points of the ball game, and she needs to be more active just like that.
Dunn outside right with the basketball, works against Kennedy Musselman. Rochester the man-to-man defense.
Malco on Sechrist down low. That's kind of a mismatch there.
That's what Kennedy done with the basketball against Musselman. Drives it left, 1 dribble over the top of the defense to Tucker. Now in the corner to Miller. Down low to...
and Malco going to pick up the foul. Sechrist with the drop of the shoulder. That could have easily been a charge on Sechrist.
And that's exactly what that's exactly what Becky Malco went out and told the official. Hey, she leaned into me, busted my lip. Karina Peterson comes in and Ruff comes out.
That was no lean. That was a drop of the shoulder. Bang, get out of my way.
So into the game is Peterson and Ruff comes out. Valley basketball baseline right. Tucker gets it in.
All of the starters now for Rochester with 2 fouls.
Miller around the defense to Dunn. Dunn behind the arc on the left wing. Backdoor to Tucker. Wide open layup is good.
And Tucker now with 11 for Tippecanoe Valley as she continues to be a thorn in Rochester's side.
Lady Vikings back by 7.
I don't know who's guarding her, but somebody better.
Holland top of the key. To Larkin at the free throw line. Yep. Jumper on the way from the free throw line is short, and the rebound to Kruger. Valley runs up by 7.
That's the shot Rochester's had all night long.
We got to hit that.
We got to knock it down.
Kruger between the rings of the volleyball line. With Larkin in the face, gets to Sechrist.
Rochester trying to play a man-to-man.
And over the top to Kruger. Kruger drives the paint. Gives to Dunn. Dunn around the defense. Layup is good.
And right now, Valley's pretty much scoring at will. Dunn and Tucker and Sechrist are going to have a heyday at the rate we're going right now.
9-point lead for Tippecanoe Valley. Holland on the right wing for the Lady Zebras. Backs it out. Gives to Larkin to the free throw line. Larkin dribbles to the baseline. Pull up 5-footer short. Musselman grabs the rebound. Puts it back up. No foul to play. A lot of contact. Ball loose. And now we're going to have a foul down low on Tippecanoe Valley.
Karina Peterson doing a great job fighting down low for Rochester. She come up with the loose ball and draws the foul.
Sechrist is going to be whistled for that.
And that's her second foul now. All of the starters for Tippecanoe Valley have 2.
Shively back in, Musselman to come out. 5:14 to play in the third quarter. Vikings by 9 at 32-29. Larkin to the corner to Holland. Fakes the 3. Now on the wing. 3 for X's. Nope. Rebound to Sechrist. And loses her footing. Keeps the dribble. Now gives to Kruger. Kruger through the center circle for the Lady Vikings. Right side to Miller. Down low to Sechrist. Backs away and against Shively. The wraparound free throws, or layup that is going to be waved off because of a travel. And Rochester going to get it back. Rochester the basketball. Malco out to Holland. Holland behind the arc in the left corner. Dribbles to the left wing. Valley still in that 2-3 zone. Dribbles to the right, does X. Kicks it out to Malco. Malco to Larkin at the free throw line. Jumper no good. Sechrist with the rebound.
Rochester again, one and done as Sechrist controlling the boards for Tippecanoe Valley.
Valley by 9. Right side to Tucker. Tucker then chucks her out of bounds. And it's going to go back to Rochester.
And that's the 8th turnover now for Tippecanoe Valley.
Ruff back in. Peterson to sit. 4:28 to play in the third. The Vikings lead by 9 at 32-23. Malco across the timeline. Works to the right wing. Her pass is kicked away by Tucker. It'll stay with the Zebras here on the near side, right in front of Coach Stasiak.
Rochester's first pass this entire second half has been through the free throw line. That time Tucker stepped in the lane, into the passing lane, hoping to get it.
Ruff in the paint. Dribbles out behind the arc. Bounce pass to Holland. Middle of the floor. Drives it right hard. Right elbow. Crossover dribble in the paint. Out to Ruff. Mow around the defense in the corner to Malco. Quick 3. Right baseline is no good. And the rebound to Dunn. Underhand pass to Dunn. Actually to Miller. To Tucker. Shot blocked out of bounds by Larkin. It'll stay with the Lady Vikings baseline left. And Larkin, lucky she didn't pick up foul number 3.
You're right. And Tippecanoe Valley is so quick in the transition game. We've seen Rochester struggle with that this year from time to time. And boy, Tippecanoe Valley is one of the best at getting back quickly at the other end.
Kruger to Sechrist, and on the way to the basket, Sechrist travels. It'll go back to Rochester, down by 9, with just under 4 to play in the third.
Well, the Lady Vikings are giving Rochester every opportunity to get back in it.
Right.
Rochester's had some good looks down in the paint, but they won't take it.
Ruff at the free throw line. Malco for 3. Right wing is good!
Malco gets her first three-pointer. She now has 7.
32-26. Vikings lead down to 6. 3:35 to play in the third. Bounce pass to Dunn. Dunn against Shively. Dribbles around the defense. Top of the key. Carried it on her hip. No call. Outside to Miller. Addie Miller around the defense on the right wing behind the arc. Feeds down low to Sechrist. Underhand pass to Dunn. Layup is good.
Great look by Sechrist to get the ball to Dunn as she cut across the lane.
Sechrist is being double teamed and found the open Lady Viking. Ruff in the lane, around the defense, goes up for a shot, foul on the shot. Is that going to be Sechrist's third?
I think they're going to call that on Kruger. Either way, somebody's going to get their third. Oh, it is Sechrist, and Sechrist picks up her third foul.
3:10 to play in the third quarter. Rochester down by 8, and Morgan Ruff at the line to shoot 2
now
for the Lady Zebras.
Huge decision by Coach Kindig.
Ruff's first one is no good, so I have one more. Back in is Musselman. Out is Shively. Broyette's in.
And Sechrist goes out.
For the first time tonight.
Yes. She has 8 points for the Lady Vikings.
Ruff with one more for the Lady Zebras. Looking to cut into this Valley 8-point lead. Second one by the sophomore is good this time.
3:10 left in the third quarter, and Sechrist goes to the bench.
Tucker now runs a point for the Lady Vikings. 1-3-1 zone now by Rochester. Tucker, left wing pass to Broyette. Wide open 3, partially blocked, is short. Broyette gets her own rebound in the paint. Leaner on the way is good.
Got to get a body. Look out for Broyette and Miller now with Sechrist on the bench.
36-27, Tippecanoe Valley. Lob pass to Ruff, over the top to Larkin. Alley. Nice job by Tippecanoe Valley. Double teaming Musselman on the right block. Now to Holland, to Ruff in the paint. Ruff throws her way in. Outside to Larkin, quick 3, right baseline, short. Rebound tipped around. Ball loose on the floor. We're going to have a tie-up between Ruff and Dunn, and it'll go to Tippecanoe Valley.
Morgan Ruff right in the mix of things, but Valley with the possession arrow.
2:30 to play in the third. Valley by 9. Here at Rochester High School, 36-27. And it looks like Tucker, who did not start this game, But start of the second half will be the point guard here.
Yeah.
Kruger just about traveled. I don't think she was expecting the ball back from Tucker that quickly.
Rochester going back to a man-to-man defense, and Kruger takes it right to the hole and almost gets at the ball.
Morgan rips and runs. Now passes out to Malco. Becky left wing in the paint. Kicks it out to Holland left wing behind the arc. Backs it out to the volleyball line. Crossover dribble, works to the right wing. Behind her back dribble, backs away from Tucker. Bounce pass to Larkin. Fakes the three, dribbles to the right wing. Back to Holland, right baseline three is good!
Holland with her first three-pointer of the game. She now has 5.
36-30. Valley by 6. 2:50 to play. Make that 1:50 to play in the third quarter. In the corner to Broyette. Wrap around pass to Kruger. Kruger at the right elbow. Jump pass in the corner to Miller. Wide open three. Right baseline's no good. Larkin rips the board.
Boy, I don't like seeing Miller and Broyette get
Wide
those
open.
wide open three-pointers, but Rochester's been lucky.
Malco leaner is good.
Marco gets a shooter's roll off the glass to fall in.
Valley will take a timeout. It will be a 60. You're listening to Ladies Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI. A minute 28 to play in the third quarter. The Lady Zebras have cut into this 9-point lead by Tippecanoe Valley and has cut it down to 4 at 36-32.
And Coach Kindig rolling the dice as he puts Ann Secrets
He's got
back
to.
in the game.
He's got to.
Yeah. She was out for just under 2 minutes, and Rochester cut the 9-point lead to 4.
And Ruff is going to chase Ann around.
Secrets, yeah, I think Coach Stasiak trying to preserve Musselman and keep her in the game.
Well, Kennedy can't chase her. I mean, that bottom line.
Right, yeah. Well, yeah.
Even if she had 10 fouls, she can't chase her. Kruger with the basketball. Minute 15 to play in the third. The Vikings by 4. Bounce pass to Dunn. Dunn against Musselman, left elbow. Backdoor Tucker wide open again.
Karis Tucker is tearing up the Lady Zebras now. She has 13 points.
38-32.
And I don't know who's guarding her or whose responsibility she is, but I haven't seen anybody play defense on her yet.
Yeah, Ruff misses a jumper from the free throw line. Valley with the rebound with 50 seconds. Kruger in the center circle with 49. Looking for Broyette, but gives to Tucker in the left wing against Holland. Now around the double team, gives to Kruger. 40 seconds. Kruger around Larkin, goes to the basket. Jump pass to Dunn. Dunn backs her way in, and she travels on the drive. Thank goodness, because that was number 3 coming on 44.
That's the 10th turnover on the Lady Vikings.
Peterson will come back into the game. And I'm guessing Kennedy's coming out, and she is. 37 seconds to play in the third. Rochester down 38-32. It'll be Rochester basketball going to our right. We'll probably look for the final shot of the period.
Yeah, I would hope so. They're going to have to do a great job of handling the basketball. Karis Tucker is going to have her eyes on that ball as Malco crosses midcourt.
Malco creeps away from the center circle, sends left wing, high on the left side to Larkin with 22. Alley around the defense at the center circle and has her pass picked off, and Becky picks up a foul.
Karis Tucker again. Boy, I tell you what, she destroyed Rochester last year in the semi-state and in the regular season game at Tippecanoe Valley.
You can tell she watched
defensively,
yeah.
and she's making the most of her appearance here tonight.
You can tell she's watched some game film. How many times have we done that to teams all through the years?
Yeah.
And she knew that pass was coming. 14 seconds. Tucker against Holland with 12. Right wing to Dunn with 10. Dunn against a double team. Dribbles in the corner and hands off to Broyette. She travels, no call with 5. Down low to Tucker, wide open. Layup is no good. Gets her own rebound. The putback is good at the buzzer. After 3. Tippecanoe Valley back to an 8-point lead at 40-32. You're listening to Ladies Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI. Fourth and final quarter we go here at Rochester High School. The Lady Vikings leading Rochester 40-32. And
it's been all Karis Tucker. She's got 15 points in this basketball game. Nobody's playing any defense on her. She's scoring at will. Karis Tucker is owning this basketball floor for the Lady Vikings.
Here's what concerns me. She's scoring at will from 2 foot.
Yeah. She's doing it all. She's playing defense. She's taking the ball away from us, and she's scoring at the other end.
1-2-2 zone. Malco hasn't knocked away, then is called for travel.
Lady Zebras have been playing, been shadowing Ann Sechrist, and what they need to do is shadow Kara Tucker.
Yeah, somebody needs to keep track at 12. Kruger across the timeline. Here comes a trap. Over the top to Dunn. Down low to Sechrist. Wide open jumper is good, and that's easy.
Sechrist now in double digits. She has 10.
And the Vikings lead now by 10 at 42-32. Jump pass to Ruff. And she is fouled by Ann Sechrist, which is number 4.
So Ann Sechrist now with 4 fouls. The rest of the Lady Vikings all have 2. For Rochester, all the starters have 2 fouls.
Meredith Broyette will come back into the game, and coming out is Sechrist.
And the thing is, Tippecanoe Valley leads by 10 points, and Karis Tucker's the best player on the basketball floor right now.
We got to go back to Ruff on the right wing.
And Coach Stasiak chooses to leave Musselman on the bench. I don't get it.
Ruff at the free throw line, out to Holland. Holland behind the arc. Quick 3 over the defense is in and out, no good.
And no rebound for Rochester because they have no size.
Valley with the numbers, 3-on-2. Kruger coast to coast. Layup is no good, but a foul coming on Larkin.
Larkin now picks up her 3rd foul. Team 2nd here of the half. Rochester again slow getting back in the transition.
So going to the free throw line, Maringa Kruger's first one is good. That's one thing that Tippecanoe Valley does really, really well, and that's hit free throws. So Musselman back in, and Peterson comes out.
Again, they were 11 of 16 in the first half. That's their first free throw of the second half.
Kruger with one more, looking to push his Valley lead to 12. Second one by Kruger is good again, nothing but net.
We talked about how good Rochester was defensively. Tippecanoe Valley only gives up 33 points a game, which is where Rochester's at.
Cold shooting from behind the arc for Rochester. Malco dribbles to the left baseline, goes down low, throws up a shot blocked by the Vikings to Musselman, out to Larkin, now to Holland, quick 3, right wing, in and out, no good. And the rebound comes down, knocked out of bounds by Valley, went off a buzzard. No, went off a buzzard.
Well,
and the official will converge. That should stay with Rochester, and it will.
Well, Alexa Holland took the shot and then took off to play defense down the floor. Morgan Ruff did a great job of chasing that ball down, knocking it off a buzzard's leg just before it went out of bounds.
Holland on the right wing gets the pass from Malco. Gives to Becky in the right corner. Down low to Musselman. Kennedy, jumper on the way is short. Her own rebound, putback is no good. Ball fought for. Becky then is fouled on the shot going up.
And that'll be Kruger's 3rd.
And so Becky Malco at the line to shoot 2. Try to cut this lead back to 10 with 6:39 to play in the game.
Malco with 9 points in the basketball game, 4 of 6 from the line.
Becky, 1 of 4 seniors. Eyes the first one's no good. Off the side of the rim. Barely draws iron there. One more coming for Malco. Valley leads 44-32. late in this basketball game. Becky Malco with one more. Becky eyes the second one, lets it fly, and this one's good.
Well, Sechrist went out with foul trouble for Tippecanoe Valley when they had a 10-point lead. Their lead's now 11.
Here comes the half-court trap, the 2-2-1 half-court trap. Buzzard dribbles through that easily, kicks it down low to Dunn. Dunn over Musselman, jumper's no good. Rebound to Buzzard, and then we're going to foul on Kennedy. Kennedy did a great job just being tall, but she needs to turn around and get that rebound when the shot goes up.
Well, quite frankly, in my opinion, she's doing about all she can because she's the only one doing anything. The shot goes up, it's missed. Where are the other 3 or 4 of the Rochester Zebras?
That's not a shooting foul.
Defend.
Broyette gets it into Dunn. Dunn, left wing to Buzzard. 6:20 to play, gives to Broyette. Quick 3, left baseline, short. Offensive rebound to Kruger, out to Broyette. Left wing 3 is no good. Rebound fall forward. We're going to have a
over the
foul
back
down low on Kruger.
That's her fourth.
6:13 to play in the game. Rochester down by 11. And it'll be Lady Zebra basketball. And coming back into the game will be Addie Miller. And she'll replace Kruger for the Lady Vikings.
Well, I couldn't see whether it was Holland or Larkin, but they did a great job of boxing out on Kruger, causing that over the back foul.
Rochester will take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Lady Zebra basketball, 92.1 WROI. .6:13 to play in the basketball game. Rochester up 44-33.
They trail.
Rochester trails 44-33. After the Rochester timeout, they'll have the basketball going to our right.
Rochester been looking for some offensive firepower ever since the middle of the second quarter. Karis Tucker for the Lady Vikings has just taken over this basketball game.
She has. Ruff at the free throw line. Ruff in the paint, goes to the basket hard. Layup is good.
Great job by Morgan Ruff. Without Ann Sechrist in the ball game, that lane becomes a little bit more friendly.
Well, I need to apologize to the RTC4 listeners if we were not totally off the air there during that break. I apologize.
Yeah, the frustrations are everywhere.
Sophie Buzzard, pull up 10-footer right baseline is in and out, no good. Dunn's putback is no good. Gets a roll rebound, the putback again is good and a foul.
And Rochester just doesn't have anybody in the game right now that can rebound, as that was evident right there as Hannah Dunn fighting and putting back 3 attempts from point blank range until she finally gets one to go.
Shively will come back out, Kennedy back in.
That foul on Malco, that's her third.
5:41 to play in the basketball game. Vikings back by 11.
I'm sorry, Malco's fourth.
Dunn's free throw is good. The Vikings back by 12. And now Coach Kindig will take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI. .541 to play in the basketball game. The Vikings leading by 12 here at Rochester High School, 47-35.
So Ann Sechrist goes out with foul trouble with about 7 minutes to go in this ball game. Valley leading by 10, and with just 5.5 to go, they still lead by 12.
Holland across the timeline, takes Tucker to the left wing. Valley now in a 1-3-1 zone. Holland gets away with the carry. High on the right side to Malco. Malco penetrates the zone, down little Musselman, loses the handle in the paint, and kicks it out of bounds. It'll go back to Tippecanoe Valley.
6th turnover by Rochester.
.525 to play. in the basketball game. Rochester down by 12. Miller has her pocket picked, ball loose. Outside to Holland, ahead to Malco. Right-handed layup is good.
Malco and Ruff, or Holland and Ruff creating the turnover. Malco with the bucket.
Over the top of the defense to Buzzard. Buzzard dribbles to the left wing against a double team. Ball's tipped, Musselman gets the steal, gives to Holland. Rochester runs down by 10. 4:50 to play in the game. Holland all the way to the basket, layup is no good. Rebound to Miller. Miller then to Tucker. Tucker pushes ahead to Dunn. Dunn, her layup is good.
Hannah Dunn now with 11 for the Lady Vikings. That's their third double-digit score.
4:30 to play in the game. Valley back by 12. No look pass to Ruff. Ruff leaner is no good, but a foul coming on Dunn, and that's going to send Ruff to the line to shoot two.
Dunn picks up her third.
Again, I do apologize to the RTC folks watching on the internet. Just found out we're live during breaks. That's awesome.
Well, you didn't get away with things on the internet that you can't necessarily get away with elsewhere.
Ruff at the line to shoot two. First one's in and out, no good. One more coming from Mo. Valley leads by 12 with 4.5 minutes to play in the game. I believe, Bradley, the biggest lead has been 12.
Yeah.
Second one for the sophomores, good again. Rochester has 3 timeouts, Tippecanoe Valley with 2. Here comes a half-court trap. Broyette to Buzzard. Buzzard back to Broyette. Still yet to cross the timeline. Finally does. Lopped over the pass to Buzzard. Back to Broyette. No look pass to Dunn on the baseline. Baseline, Dunn against the double team. Out to Buzzard. Dribbles away from trouble at the left elbow. Kicks to Broyette. Passes up at 3. Now to Buzzard. Top of the key. Left swing to Tucker. Tucker goes to the basket. Pushes off. No call. Now to Dunn. Dunn against Musselman. Throws up a shot. No good. Ball being tipped around. Kennedy and Tucker fight for it. She puts it up over Musselman. It's good.
Tucker now with 17 for the Lady Vikings, and that was a great effort, symbolistic of what she's been doing in this whole ball game.
Larkin left wing. Backs it out. Valley still in that 1-2-2 zone. Holland on the right wing. 3 on the right side for X is good.
Holland with her second 3 of the ball game. She now has 8. And Sechrist comes to
Kruger.
the bench to come back. And Kruger.
Both 4 fouls, and the Valley chucks it out of bounds. 3.5 to play in the game. Rochester down by 10. And Sechrist and Brenda Kruger back into the game.
Well,
Buzzard and Miller coming out.
Well, Valley was up 10 when Sechrist and Kruger went to the bench, and they're still up 10 as they come back.
Malco with the basketball. She'll cross the timeline right for Rochester. Lob pass to Ruff at the free throw line. Goes to the basket, throws up a shot over. Sechrist is good. How about that for the sophomore? Recognizing, and Sechrist is the only one down there playing with 4 fouls and goes hard to the basket. Out to Tucker now.
8 now for Ruff.
Kruger with the basketball across the timeline. Over the top of the defense to Dunn. Dunn against Musselman. Down low to Sechrist. Leader on the way is good.
Sechrist gets her 12th point.
Valley back by 10, under 3 to play in the game. Ruff at the free throw line. Over the top to Holland. 3 right baseline. No good. Rebound fought for. Sechrist has it. Valley with 3-on-1 numbers. Valley ahead to Broyette. Leader is good. 55-43 Valley back by double digits with 2:38 to play in the game. Malco down low to Musselman. Has it taken away by Dunn. Now to Broyette. Broyette left side of the floor. Now waits for the offense with 2:28 to play in the game. Tucker with the basketball leading by 12. Kruger against the double team over the top. Tucker loses the basketball in the backcourt to Kruger. Ball still loose. Holland fights for it. Tucker on the floor. Ball loose. Kruger has it. Kruger then gets ahead to Broyette, or to Sechrist, and Ruff picks up a foul.
Morgan Ruff coming in trying to get the steal after all of that, rolling around on the floor, and she's going to pick up the foul. Ruff will pick up her third.
2:12 to play. Coach Stasiak will use a timeout. It'll be a 60 that is. You're listening to Ladies Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI. 2 minutes, 12 seconds to play in the game. The Tippecanoe Valley Lady Vikings own their biggest lead of the night at 12 at 55-43. And after the Rochester timeout, they'll have the basketball. I'm sorry, Tippecanoe Valley will have the basketball after Rochester's timeout, going to our left, up by 12. Both teams down to 2 timeouts. Kruger gets it into Broyette, and Meredith Broyette will bring it up the floor, bounce pass to Sechrist. Over the top of the defense to Dunn. Dunn against Musselman. High on the right side to Kruger. That's a dangerous pass. It actually almost picked off. Sechrist has it. Jump pass down low to Tucker. Tucker, leaner, blocked by Musselman, but picked up by Broyette. Out to Kruger with a minute 55. Kruger bouncing around on the right wing. Has the pass knocked out of bounds by Ruff. It'll stay with Tippecanoe Valley on the far side, right in front of the student section. Minute 49 to play in the game. Valley leads by 12. And the pass is almost picked off. That should be over in the back. Malco didn't touch that ball. Outside to Sechrist. Now to Broyette, high on the right side. To Tucker, high on the left side. Minute 38 to play in the game. Vikings by 12. Down low to Sechrist. Sechrist gets a deflection. Goes to the basket. Throws up a shot. No good. Musselman with another rebound. Underhand pass to Malco. I'll make that to Holland. Rochester's got to hurry. Malco 3, left baseline. Good! 55-46.
Malco with her 15th point of the ball game.
Minute 15 to play in the game. Kruger, near side to Tucker, crosses the timeline to Sechrist. And in the middle of the floor, out to Kruger, the 70 seconds to play in the game. Valley by 9. Sechrist pulls it out to Tucker.
And Coach Kindig's comments at the beginning of the game are going to hold true. Their bench was better than ours.
Yep.
As their bench has contributed 20 of their 55 points.
Broyette, top of the key to Kruger, and Kruger's fouled by Ruff, and that's going to be out. That's going to be free throws for Brenda Kruger with 48.9 to play in the basketball game. The Vikings lead by 9.
Well, Tippecanoe Valley took charge of this basketball game midway through the second quarter, and once they did, they never looked back.
Kruger's free throw is good. Lead is back to 10. One more coming for Brenda Kruger, this 5'11 senior for the Lady Vikings, looking to push this lead back to 11. Kruger eyes a second one, one dribble, lets it fly, and it's good again. 57-46. 49 seconds to play in the game. Holland will let the ball float up the court. She picks it up and runs. Long three for the Lady Zebras. No good, but a foul coming on Kruger, and she's done.
So Kruger's going to leave with 8 points for the Lady Vikings tonight. 6 of 8 from the free throw line.
So Holland will go to the line to shoot 3 for the Lady Zebras. 44.7 to play in the game. Sophie Buzzard will come back in for Tippecanoe Valley. I like her. She's a freshman. I like her. She's played a lot of basketball. You can tell that.
You're right. She's going to keep these Lady Vikings in top form for the next few years.
Holland with 3. X, first one, good. Peterson will come in after the next free throw. I'm guessing, I'm not sure who she's coming in for. I'm guessing Malco. She's had a great night.
Well, Tippecanoe Valley
Holland's second one's good again.
Ran the table in the TRC last year. It looks like they got 3 more TRC games left in the season. I don't believe anybody's going to challenge them. I think they're going to run the table again this year.
Yeah, I agree. Musselman comes out. She's done. Peterson in for her. Holland with 2, one more. Trifecta from the free throw line for X. 57-49, 8-point lead. Sechrist with the basketball. Dribbles around the defense, gives to Tucker. Tucker then fouled by Ruff, and that's going to send Karis Tucker to the line for 1 in the bonus with 39.
That's going to do it for Morgan Ruff. And she's going to finish with 8 points. 4 of 6 from the line.
So Kennedy will come back in, and Ruff will sit down. .2 to play in the game. Vikings by 8. Karis Tucker, who has been automatic at the line, will be there for 1 and the bonus.
She is 5 of 6 from the line already.
First one for the senior is good.
She now has 18 points for the Lady Vikings. She leads all scores.
One more coming for Tucker, pushing this back to a double-digit lead. Karis hires a second one, floods a fly, and it's good again. 59-49. Malco runs with 35. Becky crossover dribble. 3 on the way. Right wing off the top of the backboard. No good. Rebound to Dunn. Dunn gives to Buzzard. Now to Tucker with 28. Tucker across the timeline. Dribbles away from the defense. Outside to Buzzard. And she is fouled by Larkin with 22.5 seconds to play in the game. The Vikings lead by 10. Rochester going to suffer their first loss of the year. They're going to move their mark to 16-1 and 5-1 in the TRC. Well, there's a reason why Tippecanoe Valley is 15-1.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're pretty good.
They're pretty good. They're deep. They're big. They're fast. They're talented. They've got shooters. They've got post players. They've got the whole package.
They got it all.
Yeah.
One more coming for Buzzard. Looking to push this back to a 12-point lead, and she does so. 62-49. 22.5 to play. Holland across the timeline. Holland works hard, top of the key. Right side to Larkin. 3 left wing for the Lady Zebras is short. Musselman with the rebound. Kicks it out to Malco. Becky with 10. Step back 3, partially tipped. Musselman with the basketball. Kennedy puts it up. It is good. With 3, with 2, and that'll do it. Tippecanoe Valley comes into Rochester and wins by 10 at 61-51. Post-game show coming up next, 92.1 WROI.
Not unknown to either coach. Both coaches, I think, were pretty well in consensus, as were we, that the Valley's bench was deeper and probably more talented, and that was it. Well, Karis Tucker had 19 points. She led all scorers tonight for the Lady Vikings. Coming off the bench, their bench had 24 points that they contributed. Our Rochester's bench just 4. And then our bench shrunk because I think Emma's now's got the flu. She's fighting something. She had something with her belly, and she didn't play. I don't know if she played in the second half. I don't think so. I'm not sure she even came out of the locker room. She never really looked comfortable the whole ball game when she was in, and it was obvious to everybody, I think, that she didn't feel well. So for the Lady Vikings, Meredith Broyette finished with 4. Brenda Kruger with 8. Sophie Buzzard off the bench for 5. Hannah Dunn with 13, Ann Sechrist with 12, and Karis Tucker led all scorers tonight with 19 points for the Lady Vikings coming off the bench. And boy, she did it all. She had 7 points in that second quarter and 6 more in the third. The Lady Vikings 20 of 25 from the free throw line, including 9 for 9 in that fourth quarter. The Rochester Lady Zebras, Emma Dahlquist with 2, Maddie Shively with 2, Allie Larkin with 5, Kenny Musselman with 8, Morgan Ruff with 8, Alexa Holland with 11, and Becky Malco led the Lady Zebras tonight with 15 points. The Lady Zebras 12 of 18 from the free throw line. I had them only committing 7 turnovers in the ball game to Tippecanoe Valley's 13, but the tell of the tape there was Tippecanoe Valley just too much firepower, too many, and too talented for the Rochester Lady Zebras tonight.
Again, the final 61-51. I tell you what, Brad, we lost, yes. And what a fantastic game to learn from.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, you're playing against a couple of girls that could go to the next level and play. We know Ann Sechrist is going, and she's going not only to the next level, but she's going D1.
Right.
That's special. When you can play, anytime you can play against D1 like we did against St. Joe, like we did against Benton Central, what can we take from this game, especially Kennedy? We're going to go in, we're going to go home and watch this game. She had 8 points and 12 boards. She had 12 rebounds tonight.
Holy
That's
cow.
the most that she's had in her high school career. So I'm more proud of her getting in there and mixing it up, grabbing those 12 rebounds than I am about the 8 points.
I agree, and I don't know that she could have done much more. You know, when she's battling in there against Ann Sechrist, like you said, we knew it was going to be a challenge in the paint, but she did a great job of, trying what she could do to keep Valley off the boards. She got some help from Morgan Ruff. I thought that, I said it while the game was going on, who was guarding Karis Tucker? Because it seemed to me, and I think it seemed to a lot of people, that she was out there free of any kind of defense, and she made the most of it. We'll welcome Coach Stasiak in here.
What? Well,
yeah.
I thought we played well, Stace. I thought we talked about in the pregame. We talked in the pregame that it could come down to bench play, and I thought it was. I thought it did.
Yeah, well, all right, part of it. The start was great.
Yeah.
But we couldn't contain it, and it's not a knock on the officials, but because both teams got into it, but they could absorb foul trouble better than we could.
Yeah.
And that had to alter how we could play on the defensive end, and we lost momentum in the second quarter and could never quite regain it because of some of our foul situations. So we went from and then Emma got sick, and then that knocks us down even one, and that's another big. When the biggest mismatch we had that we couldn't adjust all night long was Dunn and Sechrist. Those two we had no answer for. They whipped us inside 5 feet of the basket, and we should learn from that. But we didn't have a matchup for that. We tried. I don't know how this is going to sound, but because I know she's my kid, but boy, did I miss 12 out there. Mm-hmm. That was, Keaton and Kennedy on those two. Signed me up for that. And, it stinks, but and it's not sour grapes, but it is what it is. And I thought that was the difference, because then when we're rotating, it's a mismatch all over the place. And Becky to really guard Sechrist a lot. I thought she did as well as she could. And Dunn was just too strong and too athletic for Kennedy. She tried her heart out, but I thought Tucker was huge, obviously.
Yeah, oh boy, yeah.
And as I just told the girls, I said the two players with the biggest fire in their eyes from start to finish were Tucker and Dunn, and that was the big difference. They were the two players that I thought really did the bulk of the work for Valley, and we had plenty of opportunities. I think our sophomores got rattled, and but they'll learn from it and they'll be better. This doesn't end the season. It's not semi-state.
Yep, that's right.
So I hope they learn from it, because they were humbled and they were scared out there. I saw it in their eyes, and game got about 100 miles an hour for them, and they didn't handle it well. And Valley, a little more veteran, it made a big difference. I thought maybe when Sechrist and Kruger went out with foul troubles in the fourth, we could, but dang it, the ball just kept going to Dunn and Tucker, and they found them, and they made enough plays. And I don't know what our shooting percentage was, but it wasn't great again. But it wasn't a big mystery. I thought we just didn't get good play out of the middle of our zone offense.
I thought they did a good job of throwing out, it looked like to me, a 1-2-2 zone. And the other thing, Stays, that we get a lot more threes knocked down than what we got tonight. I mean, we were cold from outside. We got some good looks, just couldn't knock them down at times. Yeah, and boy, that's a common theme, because I remember sitting here talking to you after we played Valley twice last year and saying, I thought we got some decent looks. I still thought we did. I didn't. Maybe it was stubborn to me, but I thought our zone offense against it, I liked where the ball was going, but we just couldn't finish once we got it there. I mean, we had some, like you said, we got some decent looks, and then the other thing too, though, is running out of gas a little bit. I know we hit a couple threes late, but Allie never came out. X came out a little bit foul trouble. Becky never came out. I mean, we basically were going with 5, 6 maybe, and Valley could go a little bit deeper. And like I said, you get Tucker 19 off the bench. I mean, that's the difference right there too. But we'll learn from it. Absolutely. Like I said, I usually tell them. I just said, I give you till Monday to celebrate the wins. I'll give you till Monday morning to celebrate the losses. But I said, if it's up to me, I prefer you wake up tomorrow morning over it on to Plymouth. And 2 weeks left in the season with the tournament, and I said conferences are nice, but we did it last year. Celebrating sectionals and regionals and those things are a lot more fun than conference. Conference, you get a nice trophy. It is an accomplishment because it's a longer span of the season to do something like that. But we came up short. They were the better team tonight, but we have bigger goals ahead of us that are a lot more fun to celebrate if we can stay with it and learn from that and continue to develop that bench and continue to develop the sophomores and get them hardened and steel them a little bit and, get them to kind of take it to people on a more consistent basis. We saw flashes of it, but that's one of the things in the next 2 weeks is we got to get our sophomores with that kick your butt attitude for 32 minutes, and that we'll get there. They learn from it. I hope they learn from it, and they will. And they're all good kids. They tried hard, but Valley was just a better team tonight. You hit it in the head in the pregame show where you said, win or lose, both teams are going to come out of this game a better team. Yeah. And I think this is great film to look at tonight. Yeah, and it'd be nice if we could like I said, get some more rotations and some depth, because I think pressuring Valley is still the way to go.
I think, we just couldn't get into that enough of the game, and then, didn't quite have enough in the tank because of how much energy we had to exert to get to that point when we cut it to, I don't know, whatever we cut it to in the fourth. But fought hard, just tough matchup, and didn't get enough of those hustle plays. And Credit Valley, they made the plays they needed to win, and but sun's coming up tomorrow, and we're on to Plymouth.
One final thought. The atmosphere was fantastic.
Yeah, it was cool, and that's one of the things, unfortunately, the two best, I should say two of the three, because the regional atmosphere is pretty cool here too. Yeah. We don't want to discount that, but, they'll get this as they get farther away. Somebody who's been around like you and we've been around this game for a long time, sitting in gyms that are only half the bleachers open, and to go through Warsaw last year and to go through this, to see this many people turn out for girls basketball. For those of us that have been around a long time with it, we appreciate it. The girls don't get it now because they look at the scoreboard and they've lost to Valley twice. Yep. But they'll have a deeper appreciation for it, I think. And, as they get older and when they get out and have kids of their own, and, their girls are playing basketball, and if they'll be able to talk about it. But they may get a bigger appreciation for how that works too.
Stace, thanks for coming out.
Yeah,
sure. We'll talk to you. You and I guess we'll be back together on Tuesday.
Home game, right?
Yeah, pregame on Wednesday night with Plymouth here.
Yeah,
right.
Tuesday guys are here with Cast, and Wednesday we're at Plymouth. Yeah,
yes.
Two final home games next week too. Plymouth Wednesday, and then interesting senior night Saturday, to say the least.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Should I get you before the introductions or be after?
I don't know. That might. I remember IU always has senior night stuff after the game. I'm going to think long and hard about that one.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Right.
Stace, thank you.
Yep. See ya.
Lady Zebra head coach Tony Stasiak, we appreciate him stopping by here in the postgame show in the final tonight. 61-51. The Tippecanoe Valley Vikings in the Rochester Lady Zebras undefeated streak. They're now 16-1. The Vikings improved to 16-1. Tippecanoe Valley, more importantly at this point, 6-0 in the TRC. Rochester slips to 5-1.
Yep, and both teams with 3 more TRC games to go. Both teams with 4 games left on their schedule, 3 of which are TRC games. I think both of these teams are good enough that they probably are going to, run the table the rest of the season.
I would agree with that.
And, then the postseason starts. We're just 2 weeks away from sectional. And, the atmosphere tonight, a capacity crowd here at Rochester, over 2,300 people here to watch this regular season basketball game. Not a tournament game.
Yeah.
The conference might be on the line, but it wasn't even a conference championship game because we still got 3 games to go. Yeah. And so as much as both of these teams went through last year in the postseason, I think tonight is going to go a long way to prepare both of these clubs for postseason play.
Tony said just a little bit ago, I gave him to Monday to celebrate wins. I give him to Monday to forget about a loss. He'd rather have them forget about a loss tomorrow. I'm anxious to see. I'm going to jump ahead to Wednesday. I'm anxious to see how these kids do respond after a loss.
Right, absolutely. I agree. And Plymouth, they're not having the caliber season that I'm sure that they're used to, but they're still a quality ball club.
Absolutely. That conference prepares you for anybody.
Yeah, and we're going to have them here on our home floor Wednesday night, and it'll be interesting to see how the Lady Zebras come out and respond to a loss. And, last year they got into a funk where they had that 3-game losing streak all within about 7 to 8 days.
Was it 4? Wasn't it Bremen?
They ended up losing 4, but the one game they lost in the holiday tournament.
Okay.
And then they went a couple weeks, and then they had that losing
and then lost
streak.
to Bremen, Valley, and Plymouth last year, 3 games ago. Yeah, that's right. So, again, the final 61-51. The Rochester Lady Zebras now 16-1 overall, 5-1 in the TRC. The Lady Vikings 16-1 overall, 6-0 in the Three Rivers Conference. The JV game also went to Tippecanoe Valley, 39-14. Well, Paul, thank you for your time back into the radio station. RTC4.com listeners, thank you for joining us tonight on the air. I do apologize for what happened in the fourth quarter again, and hopefully we'll clean that up for the next broadcast. And for Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. We'll talk to you Tuesday night. See you.
Bye.